You want to tell it? You want me to tell it? All right, I tell it. You right. I don't know if y'all know this, but animals aren't just items we sell. They are creatures we care for. So if you come into a pet store and say words like, if it die, it die, we're not going to give you the animal. We do not have to sell you an animal. I know a lot of people think that just because we're a store, we're supposed to give you whatever you want. No. They are living creatures. They matter. And you can't just have it because you're going to pay for it. Welcome back to the Pet Store Chronicles. My name's Delana, and this is Icarus. Do you like my new robe? It's really soft, right? I know your claws don't grip it very well, though. I walk into work one day, like literally just clocked in and came out. And my coworker, Devin, runs up to me. Hey, D, you know about this day gecko we have in the back, right? I don't know much about her, and there's some customers trying to buy her. Now, this particular day gecko, it's called a giant day gecko. They're not really handleable. I mean, you can touch them, but like they're not like heavy petting type of pets. Kind of like chameleons aren't. Anywho, this particular gecko, I called her Diana. She had been in the stores for quite some time, mostly because people are very uneducated about the kind of gecko she is, and they're not the easiest to care for. You got to be willing to drop a certain amount of money and effort to care for a lot of these reptiles. And we won't just give it to you if you are clear that you're not going to take care of it. If you can't afford the animal, just don't get it. No one's going to be judging you because you don't have this animal. Just like save up, do some research, buy it later. So these two like homeless looking ladies, and I know I sound judgy, but they were like in like these really old like puffer coats, but they had like new hats and gloves with the tag still on them, like they robbed a Kohl's or something. They're back there, and I run back there because I'm like, oh my god, somebody wants to buy Diana. Like, finally, someone's gonna take her. Now, Diana, she's this big at the moment, but she's gonna be this big one day. And we really try to educate customers on what exactly they're getting into so they don't end up freeing the animal, returning the animal, or killing the animal. So I don't know why people hate us so much for doing our jobs. So I get back there with Devin, and I see this lady talking to some other customer who's like hyping her up to buy the day gecko. And I've seen this guy before. I think he used to work there. So he's hyping her up. Oh yeah, I want that one right there. It took me a moment to remember, but this lady and her girlfriend had been in the store the day before and were asking questions about every single animal in the store. Now, I know we are there to answer your questions. I know that. But there's something sketchy about people who literally ask for the care of every single animal we have when Google exists. A lot of the times, people do this. They're usually trying to talk themselves into getting an animal they don't need. It's very common. Ask anyone who's worked in a pet store. There's a certain kind of questions that people ask that we just pick up on, and you know who needs an animal and who don't. So I get over there, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I heard you're interested in the day gecko here. Yeah, I want that one. Oh, well, do you have everything you need? Do you have a tank and everything? I need a tank. Me and Devin are both like, flag, red flag, red flag. What do you mean, do I need a tank? What are you gonna put it in your pocket? Oh my god, as soon as she said, I need a tank, I was like, this is over. You cannot have Diana. Hell no, you cannot have Diana. So I proceed to ask her more questions, and then we start telling her what she needs to take care of Diana. And this lady, she's getting upset with us because she's realizing it's costing some money. Devin goes, you need this bulb, you need this size tank, you need this humidity level, you need a thermometer gauge, a humidity gauge, and she's not liking anything we're saying. Do I need this today? We get a lot of people that really try to just get the animal and say they're gonna come back for the rest of the stuff later. No. Reptiles aren't the kind of animals you can do that with. With a dog, you can grab food and stuff and come back for a collar later. That's okay. I mean, unless you want to lose the dog on a walk. But y'all get what I'm saying. Reptiles, you can't play with them like that. You need everything when you get it. This lady's trying to dodge the responsibility of getting the animal and everything it needs. And at this point, we have Diana in the box. But I'm like clutching the box to my chest. Like, I'm not handing her over to an irresponsible person. Absolutely not. And I think she's picking up on me and Devin's vibe because now she's getting frustrated with us because now we're asking too many questions for her. Why y'all need to know all that? How do you know if I have this or have that? And she's like, oh, well, I have that stuff. I mean, I think I do at home. There is no think. Can you show us? Oh, I gotta show you what I have? And even my manager was like, it's really common for people who want an animal to excitedly come to the store and be like, look, I have everything I need. Isn't this great? So yeah, show us what you got. So halfway into this, she decides to change her story. Now that we told her how much everything costs, she don't want it for her. Oh, I'm buying it for my brother. Flag. Red flag. Another red flag. Devin goes into a spiel about how buying this animal as a surprise for somebody is a bad idea, and it is. Guys, do not get people pets as a surprise. Unless you've actually talked about it extensively, do not get anyone a pet as a surprise. What if they're not prepared for the responsibility? What if they're not prepared for the amount of money it costs to maintain that animal? You have to talk to people. Pets are not a surprise. Okay? Say it again. Pets are not a surprise. No. Doing that is very irresponsible. Well, we already know she lying because for the past 20 minutes, she's been saying that the gecko is going to be for her. And we're trying to tell her that she's going to get big and you need this and you need that. Day geckos need a really big enclosure. You can't just buy a 20-gallon tank and it's going to stay in there forever. Absolutely not. And half the time, I know a lot of people end up building custom enclosures for them, just like people end up building custom enclosures for chameleons. Now, I'm holding the box. I'm trying to, figure out how to say no in a nice way. But now she's super pissed at us. Why y'all asking me all these questions? What are y'all, animal cops? Y'all acting like you birthed the damn thing. Da-da-da-da-da. Like she's yelling. Her girlfriend's over in aquatics apparently talking shit and asking dumbass questions. But this lady is now walking around our fish and reptile section yelling. They acting like they shit out the animal themselves. It was way too much. Way too much. So now I've reopened the enclosure. I'm trying to shake Diana back into her enclosure and hurry up and shut it before this lady comes back over. Day geckos have those sticky toe pads so they can stick to glass. So she's in the box and I'm just like, and the lady's like, so can I have it? No. What do you mean no? I don't feel comfortable selling this animal to you based on how you answered your questions and that you don't have anything for the animal. So I can't have it? No. Well, I want to speak to a manager. Devin had already went and got the manager. He'd been standing there the whole time. Devin handled the rest because I was about to lose my shit. He calmly explained why she could not have the day gecko, and our manager stood there and made sure we were being nice and professional. Even he was like, look, ma'am, no. She yelled and hollered all the way to the front of the store. The other employees in the store were like, what is going on? Her girlfriend or whatever bought fish or something, so they rang out and she was talking about fuck you, fuck them, fuck this place, I ain't coming here no more, blah blah blah. And we're all like, okay. On the way out the store though, while she's cussing us out, she's just like, why is it any of y'all business what happens to the animal when it leaves? If it die, it die. And then she's finally gone. And all the employees are crawling out of the crevices of the aisles in the stores and looking at me and Devin, and we're both like, we animal cops now. We birthed the damn thing. Hey. Moral of the story, do your research, get what you need, and then get the animal. Don't impulse buy animals, people. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Prepare yourself. All right? Good night.